This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the Sweetest Pea, Chris Dara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. and you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's independent weekend podcast where we break down all the best happenings on the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta. I'm wrestling. And what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortman.
Hi, this is Smiley Kylie Ray.
I'm Yes Guy.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Oh, what's up? We're back. It's Ella. It's me, Pluggo. It's Pluggo's PLE Post Show. I don't have a bottom thing. I couldn't find one, so it doesn't say that across the bottom of the header. But we're here. Saturday night's main event in Montreal just got finished. First and foremost, I haven't talked to you in a while, Ella. How have you been?
I'm good. It's Rumble season, and yeah, it's been about a month. I think the last time we had was the Christmas special where I was here for Between Two Beards. Finally.
Yeah, the first ever Monday edition of Between Two Beards. And it was a blast, but hectic, schedules and all sorts of things. We couldn't make anything else work, but we're here. We're going to be here next week for the Royal Rumble. It's Royal Rumble season. But I was watching that intro video, and I got a light. My son actually gave me a ring light that he said, I don't use it and have it. It makes everything look better. I'm surprised no one ever said, hey, your lighting is really bad.
I didn't notice. I got my I got like 3 lights on, so I got my ring light as well.
Yours looks good. I was like, everybody just left me out to dry there, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were just like, let that guy look awful. But we got Smart Mouth Zach in the house saying that he genuinely forgot that they were in Montreal tonight. He's from Montreal, so that's I don't know if you're how's your fandom going there? I don't know. I wouldn't forget if they were in my city.
Right.
Maybe home state. It's possible, I guess. Like I'm like, oh, they're in Indianapolis tonight? I guess that happens. And he said, like, share, subscribe, and tell Pluggo he's cool, and say the same to Ellis. Do what Zach said. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell Ellis she's cool. If you want to leave a super chat to help keep the lights on, we're going to talk Saturday night's main event. I cursed and then said heck, and then Lawrence is in the house, said ole, ole, ole. I needed Lawrence. We needed Lawrence. Because one, Stephanie McMahon had to solo host the thing because Joe Tessitore couldn't get out of Detroit, I think she said. So we could have used Lawrence's commentary there at the host desk.
We could have. I agree. Lawrence, where were you, bro?
Yeah, dude, you should just said, "Hey, I got you, Stephanie. I'm right here. I'm ready to roll." Bryce is in the house saying banger show tonight. Yeah, that was before we dive into all of it. We had 3 matches. We were supposed to have 4.
I'm not surprised. You're surprised?
I'm not surprised because I said on Thursday when they made the match, I go, Jacob Fatu can't lose right away. And Cody Rhodes, even though I think Cody Rhodes being on a bit of like a losing streak or something heading into the Rumble and then winning the Rumble was how I had drawn it up in my head. But it sounds like they're just going to keep him looking as strong as possible and win the Rumble.
I think it'll just end up being a triple threat is what it'll be. We'll get into that, but I'm not surprised by that at all. I thought if someone had to win, Jacob would be the one that would need it more. But evidently none of them could afford to lose. So they did a Randy Orton and Kevin Owens kind of thing where they just brawled.
Yes, yeah, they definitely, and that's what I mean. Like, it was a cool brawl. Don't get me wrong. You know, Jacob and Cody, and then Drew got involved and he shut it down. I gotta say, I'm watching this brawl go down. I'm watching them kick each other's asses. Two notes. I had 2 notes.
Okay.
One, I was absolutely proud of Cody Rhodes for not bleeding.
That's true.
Because that's absolutely, like, he bleeds for less, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I was like, wow, Cody, growth. Good for you, bud. And then 2, while Jacob Fatu is laying that work in on Cody Rhodes, he's calling him a punk-ass bitch. And he is just laying haymakers. And that fan decides to pat Jacob Fatu on the back in that moment. You are either the craziest person I've ever met or you have the biggest balls. Or both. Because in that moment, I just know I might catch a right hand because he was laying it. He might have.
Yeah.
The self-control on Jacob Fatu, the absolute balls on that fan, nuts. Literally.
Well, they could have just made it like a falls count anywhere or like no DQ deal and it ends in like a no contest type thing.
Yeah.
But now they were like, yeah, none of you guys can afford to lose even. I guess they couldn't even do a no contest. Like, okay.
What's up, Dan Brown is in the house, Dan Brown Comedy. So do you feel like it was a cool brawl, but do you feel like that's kind of a cheap way to give me Cody Fatu on a 4-match card?
It didn't bother me, to be honest. I get why they did it. I wasn't there for the fans who paid for it, though. I feel like they got a little bit cheated. I personally don't mind it that much. I get why they did it. If to actually give the fans like a bang for their buck, they could have made it like I said, a no DQ or like a falls count anywhere, and then it just ends in like a no contest type thing. They've done that recently with like first Cody and Oba. They were like, none of you guys can afford to lose, so we're gonna have Drew at Cody. So Oba loses by DQ, and then with Jacob and Cody, the match never even got started.
Can we just not have Cody Rhodes on Saturday Night main events if he can't afford to lose?
Or have him wrestle somebody that can't afford to lose? But I think it makes sense, though, if they're going to be making this potentially a triple threat. I think eventually we will get a number 1 contender. I guess, spoiler alert. Sorry, Sammy, but you're not winning next weekend.
Whoa! We're on a Canadian...
Sammy wins tonight. Fine. That was expected. Is he going to win at the Rumble, though? No. I think we're going to get a Drew, Cody, Jacob triple threat, or they'll do an official number 1 contenders thing between Jacob and Drew, or Jacob and Cody probably at Chamber. We'll see what happens, though.
So Cody's in the Rumble. Fatu is in the Rumble. They said that as well. Now, before, Cody was the first to announce, I've been asking everybody this question. Would you take Cody Rhodes to win the Rumble or the field?
What do you mean?
So you get the other 29 superstars or you get Cody Rhodes. Those are your 2 picks.
To win?
To win. Would you take Cody or would you take your chances with the others?
The field.
Okay. So that means that you have somebody other than Cody, Raheem Rhodes.
Yeah,
winning the Rumble.
Cody never even in my mind to win. They're not going to do 3. Then again, though, I guess Austin did win 3 in 4 years.
And I also have this image in my head of we want the Saudi Rumble to go well. Cody Rhodes is at the Saudi Rumble, won it. The pyro's going off in the back, and they cut to black, and we're talking about it in a week right here on this very channel. But who's your pick then?
Well, again, things could have changed. They could have done a Jey Uso again, but like Braun Breaker is right there.
Sure.
I think they're gonna like end up doing Braun. Then again, I don't know what they do with Roman then, but I think it's gonna be Braun and Punk, and then some combination of Drew versus Jacob versus Cody, or Drew versus Cody. Which means like I don't think Cody's gonna win. So then by default, I have Braun or Jacob. I think Braun would be the better option personally for the men's.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I think that speaks to just the level of Cody Rhodes and how over he is that guy where it's like, well, you could see.
I think I could. The thing though is, I think people a little bit, as much as we like Cody, it's nice to see what he can do without a title. I think people would be a little bit like, like a little bit fatigued by it.
Sure.
Like give us an upstart. Braun Breaker just lost as of 3 weeks ago. Again, plans could have changed, but as of 3 weeks ago, Braun was supposed to win the Rumble. We'll see what happens though.
You got those insights. You got that.
Reportedly.
Scoops McGee 1 and 2. So yeah, you got that insider info.
True.
I'm so ready for the Cody doesn't win the Rumble, comes out on Friday Night SmackDown and goes, I just know I got to find an avenue to Mania.
Chamber.
Right. I know, but how am I going to get to there? I got to enter. He's going to do the whole. He's going to do the Cena like, how do I get there? We know you're going to be at WrestleMania, Cody. Relax.
Yeah.
But so the brawl for me at the end of the day, I thought it was fun. Like I
didn't mind it. I understood why. I just feel bad for the people that are kind of getting scammed for their money.
Not only that, it was negative 25 degrees in Montreal. At the beginning of the show, Stephanie McMahon gave us like a science lesson. She's like, if you went outside right now with like a hot cup of water and threw it in the air, it would turn the snow before it hit the ground. And I was like, thanks, Stephanie. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the Bill Nye the Science Guy moment.
I was considering going to Raw on Monday, but then I saw the temperatures.
it's bad. I had to go out today, get a couple groceries and things, and I was like, after that, I am not leaving my house till I have to work Monday, and even that, I might just call off and just sit here.
Don't put yourself in 4K. He totally doesn't mean that if you're watching this.
Listen. I have been in the job field since high school. Every single day of my career, I have said, you know what, I'm going to call off today because I just don't feel it. And guess what? I go to work every
99% of the time.
So unless I'm absolutely ill or cannot physically make,
I
know I will be.
You're going to be sick tomorrow.
But overall, I will say, Bryce brought it up. That's where I was going before we went down our rabbit holes that we tend to do when we get together. The wrestling was really good tonight. It was 3 matches. It was 2 hours. It was like good stuff all the way around. Which we had the women's tag team championships with Rio, and then Liv Morgan and Raquel. She was there, but it was Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
This was fun. I had a good time with this whole match.
I agree. There was 2 spots where their Io was late kicking out. I go, oh. And then the second time when Io was getting stacked up by Roxanne and Rio was supposed to run in and break it up, Rio was late. And then so Io just kicked out. So
there was some rough ref spots today with the Charles Ross got his ass kicked, and then Wade Barrett's on the one roll up where he's like, Liv's whole shoulder was up the whole time. That's just I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there were some spots where they were late, but that's just minor things. But other than that, I really enjoyed the women's tag match. It delivered what I expected it to. We got to see Stephanie. I don't think she was wearing her walking boot.
She was not. They played it off like it was a big return, even though she was there a couple weeks ago. And then she didn't have her boot on, and she laid boot to Raquel's ass though. She definitely did that. So I'm just going to assume that on Monday they're going to make Stephanie and Raquel at the Rumble. Would you think?
Probably. That makes the most sense.
I would just imagine based on how that went down, because at the mid-match Raquel comes out, stops the pinfall, which it in a lot of ways, like I saw some people on Twitter go, Raquel kind of screwed Liv and Roxanne there because they might have actually won the thing without her.
Well, that's the story of.
Right.
Well, if we're getting into Royal Rumble stuff,
Getting into it.
Well,
That's
for
what we're
me,
here
I
for.
have Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble, so it wouldn't make sense in my mind for her and Roxanne to win the tag titles tonight, and especially with the story of them like kind of dissolving. If Raquel's gonna go after the women's championship, imagine Raquel wins, like how good it would be for Raquel and Liv, or even Raquel loses and then Raquel is jealous that Liv gets to face Stephanie at WrestleMania. There's a lot of story layers there. So I didn't expect them to win because in my mind, Liv's winning the Women's Rumble. But I still enjoyed the match, and it sets up beautifully for them to do Raquel and Stephanie. If Stephanie is indeed cleared, she didn't have her walking boots, so I would imagine she's been cleared. So I just feel bad again for the girls next week in those bodysuits. Man, whoever those Iron Women are, I salute you. Good luck.
Yes. And I don't know if you can. I don't know if they could pack extra deodorant, but I hope that they can. I know that Triple H's, it's got to be.
They're going to have the opposite problem as they did tonight, which is kind of hilarious. Like, they're not going to be sweat. I'd rather be freezing because then you're going to be like, you'll warm yourself up, during. Imagine it being hot as hell and then you're still warming yourself up and you're just dying.
Right. And think I saw a tweet the other day that was like, to all the people that would rather it be 100 degrees right now,
crazy.
Or no, that will actually say they prefer cold than hot. Why aren't you outside right now? And I was like, because listen, I can warm up. I can put layers on and then I can get warm. Once I'm hot and too hot, I can't take a lot of things off. I'm
curious actually what the weather is going to be in Saudi Arabia. I'm going to look this up now.
They're also having a winter storm,
right?
As well.
I mean, I don't know.
The boss, I believe that's the boss. He said
it's 63 degrees right now there.
Nice.
So
he said get out of his head.
Saturday right now it says it'll be about 75. So not terribly hot.
Terrible, but
not terribly hot.
But still 75 and a full head, neck down body suit is gonna still.
And it's open air, and I believe it's an open air stadium. Then again, though, it is gonna be 10 p.m. there though, so it's gonna be later, so it'll be a bit cooler.
They're starting it at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Saudi time, because it'll be 2 p.m. here. That's 10 p.m. Saudi time.
Why would you start? I mean, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm glad that
Which means this men's rumble is going to go until like 1:30 in the morning.
The Saudis, they don't care, man. They're like, that's fine. I'll be happy. I'll be happy that this post show next week starts at like 5:30.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I'm psyched, man. I can't wait.
Same.
Then I can have dinner like a normal person. It's gonna be
we can
awesome.
have dinner on air.
Like we could do dinner with Ella and Pluggo. We could talk Rumble. We could get some ramen or whatever.
Royal Rumble mukbang. Tune in.
Listen, don't tempt me with a good time. I will do that. I am always here for the crazy chaos that we could bring to this channel. And so, what are we eating?
I have no idea. I can't even.
What's good mukbang food?
What's good something crunchy is good mukbang food.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
There's like celery sticks.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so happy that Braun Breaker won. And we're just like,
Or like crinkly like chips or something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Listen, mukbang wrestling coming to Love Wrestling soon. I'm gonna need Zach to get on those graphics.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be gross and awesome at the same time. What were we talking? Oh yeah, did they get the stadium? I'm thinking about food now. Now listen, I could just talk about food. Man. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Saudi Rumble. I saw that they were building the stadium. I hope it gets built in time.
Well, they have a week.
Yeah, they better get it done. But Boss said that he thinks Raquel wins the Rumble and will face Liv at Mania as well. I think that would be a fun story. I personally had predicted that this was going to be the start of the dissolve between Roxanne and Liv. Yeah. But it didn't really go down that way, so maybe they're saving that for TV when they have a little more time. Because every time I see Roxanne and Liv, like, Roxanne always has this look of, like, I don't fully trust you because I don't quite understand you're crazy like the rest of these guys because I'm new to this, and I'm the prodigy, and I think that that's going to come to a head, but, we'll see. We'll see. So what's next and then Rio, and I didn't watch SmackDown last night, but I saw that Kiana James and Julia are the number one contenders?
Yes, yeah. So that was also another reason I'm like, they're not going to do heel on heel for tag team titles. So yeah, they haven't announced when that match is going to happen as far as I know, but yeah, soon it'll be Rhea and Io versus Julia, who's already a champion.
Right, double champs are all the rage.
We're gonna get a banger though between Julia and Io, sure. That's for sure.
You know why I didn't watch SmackDown last night? Because I watched LPW 44 Great Scott, which I'm sure Spencer is furiously editing to get up on IWTV on demand and on our socials soon. But tomorrow he's got the Oil Rumble at Rogers Place. So you want to stay tuned to all socials. If you're in Edmonton, you might want to go to that. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Shameless plug. I got to keep the lights on. So yeah, we had that. Then we had, now this was not announced until last night. That's another one. We only had the 3 matches until last night, and they announced AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, and everything that those two did tonight he's retiring at the Rumble, isn't he?
I'm still in denial because
I want to be in denial too because he's.
I get it because like the symbol, all signs are pointing to it. Yes, okay. Yes, right? Like it's the 10-year anniversary. It's the same place we saw AJ Styles. His contract is reportedly up until February. But I refuse to believe that. So AJ already lost to Gunther once, technically, right? Yeah. I refuse to believe he's going to lose to him twice and miss out on WrestleMania when WrestleMania is only like 2.5 months away at this point. Right. I refuse to believe AJ is going to go out before WrestleMania.
Would they throw him in their Hall of Fame if he were to go out tomorrow? Would they do that so he doesn't miss out on WrestleMania technically?
That's technically true. I didn't think about that, but I'm still in my denial phase.
That's fair. As am I. I don't want it.
Gunther just beat AJ already. It's time for AJ to even the score, and then we can get the payoff at WrestleMania. That can be AJ's final match, the 3rd match. You know,
a rubber match.
Yeah, they each get one. I'm just like, it's too soon. He said 2026. You're going to go only a month into 2026. Like, you can sign a short-term extension, my friend, just to get to WrestleMania. Like, that to me would be more impactful. I get the poetic, it's where he debuted in WWE and blah, blah, blah. But like,
I got a thought on that. Now, do you think maybe AJ's looking at it and going, I just saw John Cena's retirement tour. I just saw how everybody kind of like dumped on it for a good part of the year. Do I want to extend this thing out, or do I want to have just a quick, quiet, like, hey, this is it, or maybe I have 1 or 2 more things?
It just feels rushed.
It does feel rushed. It does feel wrong. Based on the match that we saw here between AJ and Shinsuke, they both still have it. They're both phenomenal. Yeah. They both cool. That match was awesome. And I'm sitting here like, everything that they're doing with AJ right now is like, is he going to lose to Gunther? Now, Gunther, though, next week, like, he can't be losing, though, either. He's the guy that ended Cena. He can't just all of a sudden lose.
It could be another thing where AJ cheats or the referee doesn't see anything.
Why would a babyface cheat, Ella? Babyfaces don't cheat. AJ Styles.
Did you see Rey Mysterio on Monday knock what's his name with the brass knuckles?
Yeah, but I personally believe Rey Mysterio is a heel because he's a deadbeat dad because he never got Dominic Mysterio that BMW he wanted.
Internally, he is not a heel, so it doesn't.
In my eyes, he's a heel. So if he's cheating, that doesn't shock me. Listen, I'm not internal. I just watch what I watch. I know what I know, Ella.
Do you?
I see things. I know.
We just saw Rey Mysterio cheat on Monday. So what?
Yeah, because he's a heel. He's a deadbeat dad.
He's not a heel.
He's a deadbeat like my brother. He should have took better care of Dom. He should have worried. Well, maybe Dom wouldn't have been looking up to Eddie Guerrero so much. Just saying. No, but I get what you're saying. I get it. Ella has to,
Maxine Dupree won the women's IC championship off of distraction from AJ Lee, and Maxine is a babyface.
But that wasn't her. She just took advantage of a situation that AJ Lee created. She didn't create that situation. That's different.
Maybe somebody else
John's-
can create that situation. Was
Maybe
it our truth? Was the one,
yeah, no. Here, now we're getting somewhere.
Our
Stop.
truth was the first one who chastised Gunther the Raw or SmackDown
there.
after, and then it was AJ. So our truth is right there.
Now you're selling me a ticket to this because you can't just be like, well, eternally he's a baby face. No,
because he is.
So yeah, our truth. I wonder, has Gunther? I haven't really noticed, or I've forgotten. Has Gunther really interacted with anybody else on the roster where they're like, "You're
just
a piece
our
of shit"?
truth and AJ really.
That's all you need.
And Adam Pearce.
Yeah, you could do that. Pierce could come out and be like, "Not like this. AJ's a legend. We're not doing," because he's real chummy with Pierce backstage.
Or maybe
Shinsuke
maybe
like maybe
know.
like dapping it up and stuff. Yeah, Shinsuke now could help him. See, now we're getting somewhere.
I just I know all signs are pointing to it, but I just refuse to believe that AJ Styles would miss out on WrestleMania when they can turn this into a trilogy. So I know all signs are pointing to it, but last year they surprised us with Jey Uso. I think we'll have at least one surprise outcome again. Can't believe I'm saying AJ Styles winning would be a surprise outcome, but that's where
I just
I'm
want
going.
you to know that I'm with you. I feel you. I like getting a little fired up. It's kind of, we've been working together long enough now. She just yells at me. Nice Ella's out the window. Yeah, you almost die with somebody one time and they think they can yell at you. Boss, is it proper tribute the final shot of AJ and WWE with the shot of Roman Reigns looking confused? Will be a shot of Roman Reigns looking confused. Yeah. And then we've got Kevin in the house saying this show was better than SmackDown last night. Well, I would hope that it's better because it's not a PLE, but it's considered, Great Maker, Pluggo's voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus. Okay, so Step Brothers, if you're familiar. So I play a lot of NBA 2K when I'm not doing things. That's like I got addicted to the My Career.
Yeah,
basically you play online, which is randoms. And there was this one guy that his character looked exactly like Brennan from Step Brothers. His tag name was Brennan. I started I got on the mic, and I don't usually do this, but I just started quoting Step Brothers things, saying things like, Brennan, I just want you to know you're like a combination of Fergie and Jesus. And he went, okay, dude, whatever. And I was like, Brennan, do you want to go in the garage and do karate right now? And he's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, did we just become best friends? And I just kept quoting and he didn't get it. So it was this crazy coincidence that this guy was looked like Will Ferrell, had a name Brennan, but it wasn't on purpose. It's like, oh, well, I feel dumb. But that was so some random dude on the internet's like, fuck Pluggo, which happens probably more than I know. So you don't believe it's the end of AJ Styles, but did you like the match?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely better than the WrestleMania 34 match.
I was they're doing all these callbacks. Styles did the mask. They did the fist bump. I was surprised Shinsuke didn't do the low blow as a quick callback to their feud.
Well, they're both. Are you gonna argue?
They're both eternally faces, but hey, let's not play the hits.
Then again, Shinsuke turns every 6 months, so I get it.
He couldn't put him away and he couldn't figure it out. And he's like, oh, wait, yeah, remember when I used to hit this dude in the nuts every week? Yeah, let's do that. And then I like to watch my wrestling without what the internal sheets say. I just like to go, you know what? That makes sense.
I'm so jaded. I can't not logically think about these outcomes and everything. I can't just sit back. I'm just so skewed now at this point.
Yeah. I know. I actually get yelled at by one dude on my
I get
Facebook.
too over analytical watching. I can't just sit back and enjoy it from a blind perspective anymore.
But that's what and that's why I appreciate you, because at least you bring some semblance of smart to this program. I'm just hit him in the balls, Shinsuke, and you're just well, John, they're internally faces. They wouldn't do that. This is supposed to be built on.
Who knows? Who knows? Like I said, Rey Mysterio just used those brass knuckles. So
I know.
We'll see.
I know. See, but the thing that's how WWE operates, though. A babyface does something like that to win, and they go, well, that heel deserved it, but the heel does it, and they're like, what a piece of shit. That's kind of their ball rolling there. Who we got? Chris McCarty's in the chat. What's up? Kevin says the Rumble in Saudi is right. Somebody in Saudi that needs to win the Rumble. The Great Khali. He's picking the Great Khali. Oh, God. What's he doing? Is he available to even be there? He might.
I don't know. I know he'll be in my area in June for a signing at a convention. That's all I know.
Are you excited?
I guess. I mean, I'm not going to go meet the man. But
No?
No.
You don't have like a...
I'll probably say hi, but...
Yeah. You're not going to go meet the Great Khali? Why not?
He scares me.
That's true. He's 7'4". He's... they also today that Chris brings up a great. I forgot to mention this, and I'll just pull on. They're starting to roll out the 2K26 stuff. They're doing a Monday Night Wars edition of WWE 2K26.
I was happy to see China on that.
Yes, that was very cool to see. It's about time that they start recognizing her. She should be in the Hall of Fame solo. 1,000%.
Yeah, I agree.
And to all the clowns are like, well, at least she got in through DX. Yeah, but it should have been by herself as well. She should be a 2-time Hall of Fame inductee, and I will die on that hill. Boo the Bucks. Yeah, it's just a cheap hoodie. So then we had the match, and then we had this main event. We're here already. Trick Williams, your guy Randy Orton, Damian Priest, and Sami Zayn. Winner gets Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. How disappointed aren't you? Put your internal hat away. How disappointed are you Randy didn't get it? That's your guy.
I knew he wasn't going to, though.
But you gotta have. He's your guy.
I am. Of course I was. Of course I was rooting for him. You know what? At least he didn't get pinned. Like he didn't get pinned. So Sammy, I was like, how can I be mad at a Sami Zayn win in his hometown? Like, you can't be mad at that.
No.
Of course, I was rooting for Randy, though, but realistically, he wasn't going to win. He didn't get pinned, though, either. So
he didn't lose.
I'm okay with that.
He has a case.
He didn't lose. Yeah.
This was another good match. Great main event. And I want to say this, and I was going into it, I was looking forward to how Trick Williams performed in this spot with three we'll just say it, legends in WWE. I mean, Damian Priest is on his way. Sammy and Randy are definitely legends. And Trick held his own. He showed out. He looks like he belongs in this mix. And whoop that Trick was.
Every time. So it was not this SmackDown, but the SmackDown before. I just found myself randomly saying that throughout the whole. While I was watching the broadcast, I was just like, whoop. That Trick.
Yep,
it's just so catchy, and I can't help but not sing it even when he's not on screen.
You can't. It's infectious. I was doing this, and Mrs. Pluggo was doing something, and I was like, "Hey," and she was like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
She also doesn't feel.
I just randomly bopped to it in my head. Yeah.
and I to the point now. So when I was in at WrestlePalooza, I sit with Riccacino, so I'm going to give him full credit for him. He said that they needed to do where they cut into the TV broadcast, like when Stephanie McKeer does the Devil's Kisses, and then whoop that Trick with we need to cut so we can hear, yeah, man, I like it. You could cut Booker in.
I miss Booker. I know people shit on him, but I like that it just added to it. It complimented the whoop that Trick. Yeah. It was
he's not that great of a commentary when it comes to some of his NXT takes are really rough.
His ad libs are so good.
But yes, his ad libs are very good, and that definitely enhances the whoop that Trick. So hopefully we could get. If we could get somebody on who's on SmackDown now? It's Michael Cole and
I don't even know anymore.
I was gonna say they just switched them up again on me. So if we could get one of them to be like, yeah, man, I like it, that'd be cool.
It'd have to be Wade probably.
But Wade's a heel, so he wouldn't do. He's a heel commentator.
Well,
he wouldn't do
Trick
that.
Is also a heel.
Not when Whoop That Trick is playing. He's a face. Everybody loves that, heel or not. They throw that dynamic out the window. Before we talk about the match, this comment goes away, Chris said that Britt Baker is going to debut at the Royal Rumble, be the first person ever to debut it and win it. That's the kind of boldness that I love, Chris. I don't think that that's going to happen, but I love it.
As far as I know, she signed at least until halfway through this year. But who knows? We've had silent releases before and silent debuts. I mean, Roderick Strong, they kept a secret. Nobody knew he left WWE, let alone he was going to AEW when that happened. It's possible.
Anything is possible at this point.
Yeah.
I'm under the yoke. Like, if you're not going to use them, just get rid of them. Like, not get rid of them. Like, just let her go. Like, Tony, if you don't have plans to use her, like, and I've also said outside of Cody, who's really jumped ship that like absolutely changed the landscape of WWE. Right? So like if you're worried that Britt's gonna go to the WWE and all of a sudden like become Cody Rhodes 2.0 and it just hasn't happened yet. Like don't get me wrong, a lot of them are doing a great like Ricky's doing good, Blake Monroe's doing good. Like there's cases of people doing good, but like or CM Punk, I guess if you wanted to, you could say that too. CM Punk and Cody, but other than that, like just let them go. Can I use them? We're missing out on Britt Baker's prime because of something that I don't know what's going on. But there's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear all sorts of wild theories on the interwebs.
Same.
But at the end of the day, Ella, Sami Zayn, and I think we all knew it was going to happen, was he won the match. He did it. He's facing Drew because I think there's another story in the works, I'm sure, for Randy and Cody's right there. Damian Priest, I think Damian was really just there to kind of be there. Not the negatives, but I don't really think that was ever an I thought.
I don't know what Randy's gonna do at Mania, because like I said, I think it's gonna be Cody. Cody's gonna be involved with Drew. I think the story for Randy and Cody is absolutely there, but they have shown no signs of Randy turning heel. For that to happen, Randy has to turn heel. We have no signs of that.
Cody could turn heel.
I don't think they do that with where his stock is at right now.
Sure.
But who knows? Bolder things have happened. I don't know. Unless a Chris Jericho comes in and Randy and Chris throw it back. I don't know what Randy's. We still have plenty of time. Maybe they'll set up something in the Royal Rumble. Set up some story there. I don't know what his story is though, but we'll see in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I think we all wanted it when Cody won the title. We've been waiting for a Cody Randy feud proper, but it just hasn't. It doesn't happen. And right now, Cody Rhodes doesn't have anything going on. I mean, he's in the Rumble and he'd always have something going on, but he doesn't have anything specific on. Either does Randy. I'm sure we can figure it out.
That is true actually, because you just reminded me the part of the deal with if Drew won, that Cody could not get a rematch. But what if Cody wins the Rumble or Chamber? Then obviously that would change things. So Cody has to win either the Rumble or Chamber in order to get a rematch. If he wins the
Rumble, he could go after CM Punk. Drew could be like, I told you don't get a rematch. There's another avenue right there, bud, if he wins the Rumble. That's why I don't think he would win the Rumble, because then you do have to pigeonhole him into. Now, don't get me wrong. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes would rock.
The fact that we have not had the Cody and Randy stuff is just criminal. But
and I want it, and I want the Cody Randy stuff in a proper feud where Randy Orton is
you need him to go. Yeah, you need him to turn heel and go crazy, beat the shit out of Cody, and then Cody tries and fights his way back. I think. Now, the story, Cody, I guess, he beat Randy last year, but I guess that story would be there again for him to beat his mentor again. But the fact that it has not happened, heel versus face, Cody Randy, is a shame. It's been 4 years, people. It should have happened already.
That's 2 years too long.
That's a WrestleMania-worthy match, bro.
We'll see.
I could be wrong.
Anything is possible. It could happen. It can happen. So. That's what that internal sheet says, though.
I don't know what it says.
I think we could tear that up in Randy Orton's case. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I want. So there's got to be something there. I don't know what we do now. We're heading to the Rumble next week. That was Saturday's main event. It was pretty cut and dry. There wasn't a whole lot of fluff. There wasn't a lot of filler. There's usually not. I also think in a lot of ways they were tonight we're just going to try to get this because it is impending weather and they've got to travel still.
I will say I do have a little bit of a gripe with this happening a week before the Rumble. One thing that has really irked me, back in the day, meaning like 5 years ago, we would have people declaring for the Royal Rumble in December. Cody Rhodes was the first one to declare on what, January
last week,
12th?
last Friday night SmackDown.
January, I can't even do the math in my head.
And the reason, today's the 23rd. So because I was
16th. So like this, it took them till 2 weeks before this Royal Rumble for anybody to declare is ridiculous. Anyway.
Do you subscribe to the? I like to know how many spots do you like to know that are being filled in the Rumble? How many out of 30? How many spots? Because like
20.
You want, and then 10 just random surprises or random.
Yeah, it's fun. Like people declaring for the Royal, it gets you hyped up for it. Now I'm always gonna be hyped up for the Royal Rumble, but like because it's the Royal Rumble, but like the build for this like hasn't made me outwardly excited, and part of that has to do with people haven't been declaring, but also you have to kind of rush Saturday night's main event stuff in there a week before, and it kind of takes you off track. Like I'm always going to be excited for the Rumble, but I haven't been as hyped lately, and that's part of it is because Saturday night's main event was kind of in the way. So I think they could have done that. They could have done this between the Royal Rumble and Chamber, having it kind of a week before Rumble.
They could have used this.
You skewed my excitement for the Rumble. Yeah, exactly.
Built up Chamber, which would have been a perfect here's your chance. Saturday night's main event could have been qualifying matches for the Chamber, and I think we would have been like, oh hell yeah, and then I'm with you there. I think JPJ on Thursday said 25 spots and then 5 left open for. So you're saying 20.
Like at least 20. 25 is good.
I'm like 15, I'm like 15 to 20. Give me half the field and then like
it's not as fun. Like I love people when like they used to hype us up in December. Like they don't do TLC anymore, but it was always right after TLC. Yeah. Like people would start declaring for the Royal Rumble like mid-December, and then by like January we would have like maybe 10 people confirmed, and then they filled up more and more. You would get so excited, you know?
Yep,
I hit my microphone. I got so excited.
You'd also have matches where they would determine who got the 1 spot or who got the third. Like they would do a. Now, I don't know why that is, if they're trying to protect it, but
it does not even feel. It's like,
but here's what happened. So you're right. So Cody on Friday said, well, "I'm in the Rumble."
Yeah.
And then we get to Monday, and they filled like 7 spots in the Women's Rumble, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And they took a lot of the luster out of this tag match in a way, because Rhea Ripley goes, it doesn't matter the outcome, we're in the Rumble regardless if we win or lose. And then all this other Judgment Day is like, we're all 3 in it too.
Like you're taking away, like I said, I'll always be excited for the Rumble. Like simply, it's my favorite, like PLE, but the excitement level is not at the same because you have this. Now, Saturday night's main event was a good show, but it's a hurdle in the way of the bigger, more important thing.
It reminds me of when they would do those crown jewels, and it's like you're doing that thing. But they would always spot them, like, and it was always like when they first started, it'd be like a couple weeks, and it was like you got to book.
Where we would have like one pay-per-view, then 2 weeks later you have like a crown jewel or like the Saudi shows, and then after 2 weeks later you have.
And you're just like they got to book all 3 of these, and we're just stagnating through. So. Royal Rumble's your favorite pay-per-view. It's my favorite pay-per-view, PLE. Give me 2 surprises, 1 men's, 1 women, that you want to see that you're going to throw out the door. I want what Ella would wish they would happen.
Oh my God, I haven't even thought about this.
Like honestly. If I gave you the pen and I'm like, you get 1 surprise.
For each?
For each.
Well, okay, I don't think, actually okay, so Paige is one that I've been wanting for the women. I saw she was supposed to be at a convention next weekend, but it got postponed to the week after. So from what I understand, she might be free that weekend. And we all know WWE has been known to contact talent like 2 weeks before the Rumble for surprises.
Hey, listen, are you free to come to Saudi? I know it's like a
right.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I would love Paige for the women, or Caitlyn would be a fun one. She was an alternate for the 2022 Rumble. I think 2021 or 2022, she was an alternate. I want to see her actually back.
I liked her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Same.
I don't know whatever happened. She did that Mae Young Classic too, and I was like, ooh, they're gonna break.
And then she was wrestling. I want to say it was like South Africa or something like that. She did some stuff overseas, but then she hasn't really done anything recently. For the men, I mean, Chris Jericho would be an obvious one. Like actual surprises. I mean, I would imagine we have at least like one TNA talent in there.
Sure.
I mean, I would love like a Nick Nemeth would be fun. I mean, but I'm always biased towards him. But like legends and the men, oh my god, I honestly haven't even thought about surprises for the men. Like surprises, ugh. I don't know why RVD was the first person.
That was the first person I thought of. So I was like,
really?
Because I was like, most of the big surprises outside of Chris Jericho, pretty much isn't going to happen. And then I was like, who could still go? Who still got some? Who could do a quick spot? And I was like, RVD could.
Yeah, I don't know why he was just the first person that like popped up to my head for like legends. RVD would be fun.
Because it's also got to be somebody that the Saudi crowd. That's the other kicker. It's the Saudi crowd, so it's got to be somebody that would pop them, and you know how they feel about their nostalgia wrestling. So like RVD, I guess, would be Chris Jericho would be because they got to pop that Saudi crowd. Because if you do some random, they're gonna be like, huh, who's this guy?
Now, what if they do another celebrity thing like they did with like I Show Speed?
Sure. As long as it's listen, people shit on it all you want. That I Show Speed.
What
spot,
celebrity? What celebrity? Like, would you like to see if they were to do a celebrity spot?
I had mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I don't think he's big enough for the Saudi Rumble. I don't think like O'Shea Jackson, who does no contest pod, I think would be like, because he does work with him. It'd be like he's Ice Cube's son, right? If I'm not mistaken. That would be fun. But obviously, like somebody, McLovin. I'm always going to pick McLovin. Never happened. I'm trying to think of relevant superstar. Like Jelly Roll might do it again. I mean, he could probably do it again. I mean, he's already kind of in with them. Who else is out there? I don't think Jake Paul would do it because he just got punched in the jaw. Now, granted, it's wrestling.
There was that thing where Jelly Roll talked about it, that he wanted to take the loss so he could leave room for him to make sense for him to come back and want revenge. Could they do a Jelly Roll and Logan Paul thing?
Where he dumps out
Paul,
Austin? Like, that would be cool. See, now we're cooking. I like this. The heated rivalry, guys. I still haven't seen it.
Oh my god, I finished that about 2 weeks ago. My god, you imagine
Auntie Collins that I should watch
in the Royal Rumble? I would die.
There you go. I've been watching a lot of Landman. Give me Billy Bob Thornton in that thing.
God.
That guy's tough as nails.
Like, I want to see like a cool celebrity surprise would be.
Really fun. The thing is, outside of like my bubble of life, I don't really dive into like what's new, what's trend, I have no clue. Like, I'm behind on 98% of things that isn't wrestling related. Like, I don't watch shows in the moment. I don't have a weekly show that I have to like. I just watch things and find things and do that. So like celebrities, like I don't know who's a hot celebrity right now. Plus, that would want to go to Saudi Arabia and do it. That's the other thing too. Maybe there's some Saudi celebrities that we don't know about that might be in it.
That's true. That I don't know.
I'm so like people tell me all the time, like, you haven't seen that, you don't watch it, you don't know who that is. I tell Mrs. Pluggo all the time, I'm like, I don't know who that is. She's like, yes, you do. And I go, I have no clue. They're like, I just don't pay attention, I guess.
We haven't talked about who do you have winning the Women's Royal Rumble?
The women's?
Yeah.
So
because you said Cody for the men.
I still have this image of Cody winning it in my head, but I could be convinced otherwise. The women's is way open. There's options. Like, so we've got Jordan Grace might be a good
They've been
pick.
teasing her and Jade, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just an easy, like, Jade. I know Jade wouldn't want to face her, and then she wins it, and she goes to that right there. Raquel and Stephanie, but I don't know if listen, I think it would be cool of Raquel Rodriguez to win the Royal Rumble.
I'd be very surprised, though.
But you got Liv. Liv would be, and then I like the idea of Liv winning it, challenging Stephanie, because we had the moment when Liv came back where she gave Stephanie, like, hey, I'm back moment. So
And she's been a runner-up twice already.
Yep, I love that.
I know people are saying like a Bianca or Rhea. The thing is last year we had a 2-time winner. I don't think they're gonna go back-to-back years of 2-time winners is my thing. So I ruled out Bianca and Rhea.
And in the women's, I think they have a real opportunity if they wanted to establish like Jordan. I'll take it. I'll go with Jordan.
I mean, Tiffany
Grace.
can come back too.
Tiffany can come back.
But she's supposed to come back for it. I don't know whether she's gonna win it, but
yeah, it's open this year. They'll be my 2 front running picks, and I haven't really because again they haven't announced anybody. I know they announced Bailey, Lyra are also in it, so there's 2 there, and then
Asuka's in it.
Asuka, Kai, Judgment Day. So that's
Rhea and Io. Yeah, I think there's about 8 or Jordan, Chelsea are also confirmed,
so
and one
10.
other person that I can't envision right now because they showed the graphics.
So that's
there's about 10.
I was gonna say of those 10, I would go. I would lean to Jordan, and then that's just an easy because in what storyline world? Now, granted, I think you could do something cool with Jade Cargill going. Yeah, I'll fight you. Like I'm just as bad as you are, but she's a heel. She's not gonna want to do that. So, and that would make. I think you need to establish Jordan Grace as not just another one of these NXT call-ups. Like I think she did the NXT run because we are going to catapult her.
Yeah, they have to do it soon, and like she's had the title for almost 100 days now, and she hasn't defended it. So like if they're gonna, I don't know if they could go lead 5 more weeks until Chamber to get to that title match. Like they're gonna have to do that thing on SmackDown, and then maybe Jade cheats to win, and then they leads to a rematch or something. But they have to do that title match sooner. People are gonna get tired of it.
Now that I think about it, since Raquel's in the Rumble, maybe they don't do Stephanie and Raquel at the Rumble. Maybe it's Jade and
that's true.
Because they got to. You're right. They got to do something. She's got to defend it. You're right. I need 20 people so I can dissect this thing. You're right. I've been convinced. I need more announcements.
Well, it's kind of. I mean, most of the women are on the women that aren't hurt are gonna be in the Royal Rumble simply because there's less of them. I mean, AJ and Becky is the reported like Mania match that's gonna be happening. That wouldn't. Neither of them would have to win the Rumble.
Yeah, you would need that for sure.
Tiffany's been.
Maxine and Natty will be in it.
Yeah. Natty better be, because Natty and Liv have been in all of them, so like they better be.
Yeah, they said that tonight. Actually, they mentioned that.
Yeah.
Natty and Liv have 8 women. There's been 8.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I was
Alexa and Charlotte are also confirmed. Those are another names. Yeah.
Listen, you could always do Charlotte go back to back, huh?
Back 3. I don't think they're gonna go that route. That would be crazy.
She won it last year, and everybody was pissed.
I was not. I'm a Charlotte girly.
I wasn't pissed either. I'm a Charlotte fan too. I think she gets
She does not need this win this year, though.
No,
Sorry, girl.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But I look at it the Cody sense, though. They do want it to be a success, but I think they take a big swing in the women's division. I'll roll with
I think Liv would be the perfect person to do it. Like you said, they already teased it. Like Stephanie, when she came back, she had that moment with Stephanie backstage. Liv's been a runner-up twice already. She was an Iron Woman last year, So she's been an Iron Woman twice. Well, like she had the second longest time in 2 of them also.
I was going to say, and then
time.
Roxanne was up there with her last year too. Rumble. I think she did like 63 minutes. I have an opinion. I think this will be the shortest women's Royal Rumble in history. I think it's. Not
I support that. I support that. I think because
of what you said with the bodysuits and the heat, I think they're going to be like, let's get this in under like an hour tops.
Either that, or they're gonna do the Iron Woman like they did with Sasha Banks in the first. So Sasha Banks in the first one was out there for 54 minutes, but for half of it she was just on the outside chilling. So either it's gonna be the shortest one, or they're gonna pull the Sasha Banks where they have her outside for half the time.
Fans, she's sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I pray for those women.
Dude, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be wild. But Ella, unless you want to chat about anything else, we can call this one here. I think we got all our Rumble chat in before next week.
How many matches do we have? There's 3 off the top of my head. Do we just have 3 matches confirmed for Rumble?
I mean, that's what they did. Didn't they? The men's, women's, and then they had like Cody and
Sami.
they had Cody and KO last year, and that was about it.
There's got to be a fourth match in there.
If they go fourth matches, this thing's gonna go 4 hours.
Oh my God, Gunther and AJ.
Yeah,
Duh.
okay.
Duh. Right. Okay.
Each Rumble takes an hour, half hour for Gunther and AJ, half hour for Drew and Sammy. That's 3.5 hours. Because I think each Rumble might go over. The men's will go like an hour 15. It usually.
Yeah, then God knows we'll have so many video packages.
Oh,
We'll probably also have a Hall of Fame announcement. Probably,
yeah.
I would
It'll be
imagine.
AJ Styles getting
maybe.
Get inducted into the Hall of Fame after. Hey, listen, I know Gunther just choked you out, but here's here.
Nah, I'm still in denial. I'm just still refusing to believe that AJ loses.
I know, but they've never done that, and wouldn't that be wild if we sat here
Yes.
and
Well,
he's still trying to wake up. He's still the refs like tapping him to come to, and there's his video package just
Right. He just wakes up like, what? And then he thinks it's just a dream or he was hallucinating. Oh my God.
They were like, gotcha, you TNA son of a bitch. It's the long play. We gave you 10 good years. We're going to stick it to you at the end. No, but that's a perfect way to call it a night. Ella, as always, I love having you on these things. I'm glad we're back doing them. I'm glad that you are available.
Mm-hmm.
Please promote all of your stuff. Let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me where it says right down here below at It's Ella J on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. I got to get better at Blue Sky, man. There's too many social medias. But yeah, like Pluggo said, I will be right here next week, next afternoon / early evening, depending on how long the Rumble goes. My favorite PLE of the year. Hopefully they do a little bit of a better job of in between of getting us truly, truly excited to the highest level. AJ Styles might wrestle his last match. We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case, but I'm definitely excited to see. It's my favorite event of the year, and we'll definitely have some surprises.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Fernando, what's up? Didn't see you there. We got in a little late today. That's okay. We love Fernando here. You can find me at Pluggo. You search Pluggo. My name pops up. My face pops up. All that fun stuff. That is me. And then every Thursday night, I'm with JPJ for Between Two Beards. Go to @B2Beards on our social medias to see what we've got coming up. We got a pretty big guest coming up next week for Rumble Chat, for the Rumble Talk. Hopefully, like you said, there's more stuff to actually talk about.
There will be.
There better be. What if they just are like, "Nah, we're good. We're just gonna no. This is fine. This is plenty." But no, they should. They'll be back, and Raw will be back on at its normal time. They're back in the States next week, which will be nice for me because I work at that hour when they were on, so I missed quite a few things. And then every Saturday, I'm with Blair Pacheco for 4 Exposure, talking independent wrestling. My buddy Blair was sick today, so we didn't do an episode. Hopefully he feels better. So go at 4 Exposure Pod on that. Tomorrow night I will be on the Main Event Wrestling Network doing the Dusty Finish, where we talk about our favorite things from the week that was in a quick short form discussion. So go check that out at mainevent_net. And then all of my writings are up right now on Love Wrestling CA. My Oil Rumble preview, like I said, tomorrow they are at Rogers Place doing the Oil Rumble 3. The preview's up right now on Love Wrestling CA. I'm back to doing a lot of stuff. They're in Toronto on Monday, Lawrence said. So they're not back in the States. I don't pay attention to that.
They're in Toronto and then they're in Saudi.
But at least they are at a normal time where I can get back to some semblance of normalcy.
For one,
For one, and that's okay. But yes, there was no show today, Fernando, because Blair was sick. I put it out on social. So Fernando, if you ever, thank you for swinging by 4 Exposure, but go to 4 Exposure Pod on all your social medias to get up to date with when we are available. Yeah, he's poor Blair. Won't feel good. But until next time, follow everybody at Love Wrestling CA. Shout out to Ella. I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoyed Saturday's main event. I'm going to get you out of here. Good night.
We'll be here next week.
Yeah.